with the play, how important it is they learn from that, they grow from that, they build their own emotional confidence and well-being from that, and knowing that you're around to support all that, it just seals the deal for them. It's very important. It's very worthy to make sure your kids involved in play.
So the benefits of play for a child are that they get to learn how the world works. So they get to learn movements and body motion, problem-solving skills, and social interactions and how to form bonds with others. And it's beneficial for the parent because they get to see the world from the child's perspective and how the child learns and grows. So a child learns from play how the world works. So they learn how to build things, they learn that blocks can build up and then they fall down. They learn how to overcome these challenges, how to manage their emotions, and how to communicate with other children and their parents and even express themselves. So they're learning how to use their brain and their fine and gross motor skills to overcome those challenges. And the more they do it, like children love repetition, so the more they practice and the more they try, the better they'll get at it. So I love seeing that positive interaction between parents and children and seeing how children's faces light up when their parent walks into the room and sits down on the mat with them, when they're like face to face smiling and laughing, parents singing songs. It's a really beautiful interaction to see, and you just see the positive effect it has on the child and like how nurturing and loving it is. Play affects a child's emotions because often children don't have the language like adults to express how they feel and what's going on. So they use play to express that. So they can use their toys or their movement to tell adults how they're feeling and what's going on for them.
I think play is actually vital in that it does teach kids about life and how to engage with people. I think play is undermined by or not taken seriously enough, and we know this through our lessons with our other child. All his life lessons are coming out of play, and he's learning that play involves sharing, play involves having to give up something sometimes, and it also involves learning.
Taking turns.
And taking turns. Exactly. So, they're life lessons.
There is massive emotional benefits of play. People tend to oversee that part of it. They tend to look at play as almost a black and white kind of thing, play or no play. But there is a emotional attachment and bond building skills that can be happily achieved from playing. Even just getting down to their level will show you a connection other than standing above them when you're playing. And at the end of the day, with the child, having that emotional attachment, having that emotional comfortability with the child, not so much on your end, more on the child's end, to be willing to happily run around and play, comfortable, to explore, makes massive difference in the child's well-being and healthy mental state.
And the main thing is, as a parent, that we're always communicating. We can communicate when we're out doing the shopping with them. We can make shopping lists. We can talk to them about the fruit. We can talk to them about measurements. There is so much learning that can happen without us even thinking about it as parents or trying to realise that we're helping and supporting our children through play. Children will be very aware that if you're sitting on the floor with me, but in your head you're doing your shopping list or writing your emails or things like that, that they will pick up very quickly that mum or dad are there with me, but not actually with me.
Play doesn't have to be for long periods of time. To build that attachment with your child and that bond, play can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes with your child. It can be while you're driving in the car and you're singing a song and your child's in the back seat and they hear your voice.
Play doesn't have to be complicated. I think children just need to know that you're there with them, and that's the most important thing for them. So even if it's just a box or a stick or a rock, a small rock, that they'll use their imagination, they'll play. If mum or dad's there or someone else, I think they really like that and they need it as well. They need to know that you're there.
Yeah, the favourite toys my kids have always wanted was an empty bottle of water with a few strains of pasta in it. Yeah. And they've used it as a rattle for years, and it's outlived every toy that they've bought.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
tell them they're doing a good job, acknowledge what they're doing. That's a great tower you're building. I love the way you've made the sky pink today. Lots of praise, even praise through care tasks such as drinking a bottle. You're drinking really well today. You're doing really well. That's a great job.
What I actually have set up in the kitchen is a little basket of just odds and ends, Tupperware lids, bowls, things like that, because he loves to pull things out and put things back. So that's one of his things he loves to do is into posting. He's also really interested in anything physical, loves outside, and throwing a ball around the backyard or even inside the house at times.
Yeah, and for me, it's just a great time, to bond with him and to just hang out with him and not have kind of any sort of expectations and just kind of playing and watching and learning about him, learning how strong he is and how clever he is. I mean, he'll find stuff and figure it out. And then I'll go, both, oh, that's amazing you figured that out, but also, oh no, you figured that out. So it's really just fascinating. Also just, I've got a scientific background, so watching him kind of develop is also just like, especially with play, it's just like, I'm just like, whoa, this is so cool. Play is a great learning tool. So, he learns, he learns how to crawl and stand, and it's all muscle, and, getting all that stuff is all through play. It's one of those secret things where it actually teaches you a lot. But it's disguised as play.
And they'll know that you're the person to come to, that you're always going to be there listening to them, ready to play, to join in their life, which particularly as they get older and they're starting to build attachments with peer groups, you know that you've got that foundation there with them, so they'll come back.